Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title "The Heavyweight Podcast" is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation. What's good? This is episode 81 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys.
I'm Captain Cracks and Crunches Ellis Wendell.
Captain Cracks and Crunches?
Yeah, that's what my bones do now.
Okay.
and he does have cracks. So
I'm not touching that. It's your boy Molito.
and they call me Hunter.
How were your weeks?
Wendell?
Yeah, I'm trying to think on that.
Oh, let me go. It's like his shit was heavy.
Yeah.
Was it heavy?
I mean, somewhat.
My week
You
was
go
cool,
ahead.
man. I kind of just did the bare minimum all week and enjoyed myself and got a lot of things done this week on the personal side that it was not pertaining to my 9 to 5, and I felt accomplished.
That's
So I
good,
ended up
man.
down a couple more pounds. So
Congrats. Congratulations.
that's my week.
Fuck it, I'll go. So
Damn.
expensive.
Oh, this is
14-year-old.
money problems? Oh, nigga, I don't feel bad.
Nah, it's not even, you got a daughter, you'll feel it. Because this is dance and, some little boy. Yeah.
What time you need me there?
You'll be here.
No, I won't.
It could be little Will Smith though. So yeah. He's a good kid, but yeah,
we
it's
can all
just,
show up at your house with a Domino's table and some beers and just start being loud right when he come in.
We can't. We got to ride today. We won't be there.
Yeah, we can't do no stereotypes.
Oh, if I'm there, I'm eating watermelon as I open the door.
Oh Lord.
With a grape Shasta in my hand.
Nah, so we gotta we'll see how that goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just yeah. Crack my knuckles.
Well, they already popping anyway.
No.
Hunter,
All
your
I'll
week?
say, Kevin, is
my week was cool. I called it a short week, and I took that my Friday and I took care of a lot of around the house things and helped my son work on his car and made my back hurt.
I thought McFly would hop on that short comment.
oh, I was gonna say is Kevin, before Hunter gets into his, but just oil up for any random reason, and that'll make that kid feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, just open up your front door with some baby oil.
Just oiling up for no reason.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Like, you want to wrestle?
See, my head went like Vaseline on my forehead.
It could be Vaseline. It could be baby oil. I'm just saying, just for a random reason, just oil up.
You said oil up, and I thought the ladies' man when they were wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I don't know. Either one, it works.
Yeah,
either one works.
It was like, just want to wrestle. I guarantee that kid will uncomfortable shit. Anyway, continue on it.
I helped my son and do some little things. I pulled my dryer out and cleaned it. Oh, responsible men shit, huh? That was a task.
What?
So yeah, you got to pull your dryer out and clean it out.
You mean clean behind the dryer and all that?
Yeah.
So
okay, I was like,
clean out the lint vent in your dryer once a year so that your house don't catch fire, especially if you're on a gas dryer.
Yeah, that's in the.
Yeah, so
he just like cleaned the tub, like scrubbed.
The responsible people thing, and yeah, dude, my back was hurting by the end of the day. And today we're going on a motorcycle ride.
Vroom vroom.
Vroom.
And I'm sure there'll be some stories for the viewers or listeners to enjoy.
Yeah, because I'm taking some anger out.
He finna. Okay, I'm staying home. I'm staying home. This nigga finished.
He gonna just fight somebody at the
he finna
7-Eleven.
start some shit.
That's my bike out there.
This nigga like, he like starting shit going 90. He's I'm gonna just look at him like, I ain't got shit to do with me.
He's
Pretty sure at the speed that I was in this car, I'm probably 5 minutes behind my actual life.
Oh, you rode with him?
He said he went back in time.
He's the Flash.
I wasn't even going that fast. That's what's messed up about it. We only
Nigga,
went
you
over
were doing
100, like
120
maybe
on the
just
surface street, nigga. That's bad.
it wasn't 120. It was probably like 99, 97, but I only broke 100 like maybe a couple times with him.
On the surface streets.
McFly, your week? Because this nigga was wild.
It was cool. We're doing these multiple, since she's high risk, because over a certain age, we have weekly doctor's visits. So every week, because I'm going to be a part of the whole shebang bang, every week we've just been counting it down. And then like this week, the doctor said 3 weeks. I said, oh God, it's happening. Like it's right here. Like, so,
yeah, it's here.
And it was like, oh yeah, anytime at this point pretty much is considered full term. So I'm like, I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm like, oh God, that shit that came kind of fast. That's what she said.
Blinked.
But yeah, I'm excited about that. And then I'm not gonna say anything else because I applaud Maurice's
no, say your shit.
Progress.
No, talk your shit.
I'm over 40 pounds down.
That's what's up.
And just trying to stick with it and get these gains because these old men in the gym tell me I really make them mad every time I do my workouts, which makes me feel like Terry Crews doing the zero training. It's amazing because they really get upset because I'll do like a single leg press. And I do the single leg press, it's like 3 plates on each side. And you see them struggling 145 and they look at me and say, that really pisses me the fuck off when you do that. And it makes me feel good because they're white.
Yeah, that's a little weird though. Like, why get mad? Oh, that's what it is. I know what it is.
I just be like, I'm gonna shoot him.
Nah, it's because they're white. I get it. That's what it was. They like, it's like a Nas line I always think of. He's like, no Bowflex, and I'm still cut up like a bag of dope. They just be like, these niggas did 3 push-ups.
Yeah, I mean,
other than that, it's good.
Congrats to you too as well.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Let's get
tapping into them, tapping into those genetics. There you go.
So I guess we'll get on to the festivities. Let's see what we start with. All right, we're gonna start with Hunter because when Mo Lethal saw the text in the group chat, I thought it. I just never said anything, but he decided to go ahead and say something. So we're gonna say and ask you, the viewers, do you believe he wrote this? Why do black men growing up believe in their psychological and emotional health and wellness do not have an inherent or productive value to other members of the black community or the society as a whole?
I mean, it was a good question. I didn't make it up, but I'm diving into the more the mental aspects of things and learning.
What you think?
Yeah, well, I want to know.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing about our culture that we don't like to go to the doctors. We're not pursued or raised to do any of those kind of things. We're trained to work, keep our head down, do what we got to do. We don't, And now,
You think that's all men though?
No, it's not all men. Nothing is absolute. I mean, that's how our culture is, and we're not. How do you say? Our moms and dads and older people, we don't believe in therapy. Remember, we don't believe in a lot of things like that. So we have that stigma about us.
I thought about this. Do you think it could be systemic?
Probably.
I never really thought about that before until recently. Or it's like that could come from a long lineage of get out there and work.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's just even the system. of it.
You're even stating like even like starting from slavery times, and it
Yes,
just evolved
Right.
into
yes,
the
it just
belief
kept
that we're just
rolling.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
saw
Yeah,
I saw something that said that everything can be traced back to slavery as far as how black people act, how we act,
yeah,
what we eat, all that.
Yeah. Because all we do is just pass it down to the next generation. You know?
yeah. That's how it's supposed to go.
Yep.
I would say that it's we're all black in here. We were taught to say boys don't cry, be a man, you know, suppress your feelings. So we're taught we were taught from early ages to bottle that shit in. So I mean, so we subconsciously we were told, fuck your feelings, nigga. You got shit to do. Like take care of business, take care of your responsibilities, and push them feelings down. And I just think that's a norm, especially in the 80s and 90s. Growing up, that's just the norm. Like
Yeah.
you don't talk about this. You just do it. You just take care of your responsibilities.
I just to lighten the mood for a second, because we talk about uh what we're even told, what we were given scraps and made what we chose to eat, and then it was passed down. Do you imagine telling a slave now, nigga, this bacon comes from a turkey? Do you think that would blow their minds?
They
I
Like
mean,
might.
you're just like,
if a
How?
slave came to if we
you,
unfroze
the
a slave
devil is
right
a
now,
lie. It's like, hey, this is
You
this
know,
this
I don't
bacon
want
you're
to do
eating
this.
is from a turkey.
I don't want to do
Would you?
this.
I'm just asking a question.
Because like
Imagine
the first thing that popped in my head, I was like, they'd be like, "Nigga, you allowed to just walk around freely?"
you got turkeys. Imagine
Yeah.
explaining to a slave what a vegan is.
So
So
you
you
have a
That's
choice to eat what you want.
yeah, right.
so you could eat the hog, but you don't. Oh man.
But yeah, I was having a conversation with Zuli yesterday. I was telling her how sometimes I get angry randomly because I realize like what we've talked about the conversation before about what we now with having kids would never let them do that was given to us as responsibilities when we're younger, like walking home at 4 or 5 or stuff like that you would never allow your kid to do now. And it's like that mentality of kind of like you were just kind of told like this is the norm, and we're used to those norms as far as in our society or in our culture rather to be, I guess, I got tough and not and suppress anger or emotion or feelings or fucked up traumatic things that happened to us growing up. Like it's very very deep in our history to just kind of suppress shit. And I think that's why you see so many angry black men now or angry black people now
Yeah.
because we suppressed so long. We're tired of fucking suppressing. Because I know I'm tired of suppressing shit.
You know what I do give it up though? Being a little older, I'm noticing the younger generation is starting to be more conscious of that now. You
Of
know,
what?
uh, the more of your mental health, your wellness, and things like that.
Speaking
You
your
know,
truths.
right?
But don't you
And
think we are too? They're
right,
doing it younger. I think
right. I'm
it's
talking about you. I'm
part of
talking about
time.
you three guys right
We are
now.
the younger. This nigga's.
You are the
You keep
younger.
forgetting this nigga's old, Kevin.
You are the younger.
Still
I
80.
applaud you guys for what the way you are doing right now, and the way that what you're doing is going to reflect on your kids. You know,
Yeah,
they ain't gonna grow up with that whole mindset of keep your head down, don't say nothing, don't say nothing, good out there, work, grind, 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 grind. You know, you're not gonna get your kids like that, and that's awesome. You know,
I make sure to tell them to get hugs and
right?
be openly
Yeah.
emotional when you
Yeah.
and vulnerable when you need to be, as opposed to
Hmm.
just being
Yeah.
told to walk it off.
Right.
Like I said a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week, my daughter is overly affectionate. I said maybe we're too nice to you because she kisses and hugs and she and it like she I think she gets offended if you don't hug her back. Like she's like what's the problem? Like so yeah, I mean yeah.
But see, you just said something though. Maybe we're being too soft on her. Why though? Why? Why?
Because she likes
The
to
only
look
reason
at
I'll
strangers. That's why.
only reason I'll say anything to that is because sometimes you do still have to have some sort of edge to you.
Yeah, you got it. Not only that, you got
'Cause-
she got no stranger danger. Everybody
Right. You
Yeah.
gotta
don't
teach 'em
mean
that. Yes.
good
No.
buyer. Like you can't
No.
be this open and
Yeah.
friendly with everyone. Like you gotta learn how to vet people. Like so, like yesterday when we dropped her off to school, and she has this thing now because she knows Daddy's gonna take her to school on Friday, so she's like, I want to walk. So obviously we're not walking all the way. So we drive, we get out the corner, I walk her down to the school, and then when she's getting to the gate, all of a sudden she don't need me once she see the gate. Like my time has passed. But then it's like I looked up and like 20 kids knew her. I said, God damn, are you that popular in the goddamn school? Everybody's Phoenix, wait, Phoenix. I was like, God damn. And she's like, oh, Dad, those are my friends. And I was like, those are kids you know.
I
But
don't give her that one. Those are associates.
But it's like I think we've done a good job because she is highly sociable. Like that comes from my wife. Highly sociable. And we're both affectionate towards her. So I mean, I think we're doing good, but I think I need to try to instill like, hey, you have to be subjective and you have to kind of like be wary of some people. You can't just openly trust everyone you cross.
It's tough though, because right now, how do you say that? Because most of the people she's going to come in contact with are going to be around mommy and daddy. And mommy and daddy ain't going to put her in a situation where it's like, hey, watch this fool. It's like, if you got to watch them, they ain't around. You get what I'm saying?
I tell him that about Hunter all the time. What are you talking about? Like, watch him. Don't trust him. If you get in the car with him,
Well,
no,
because
don't do it.
I said, dang, the first time when we went to my father-in-law's house, I was like, I think this is the first time she's been to the hood. I said, the rules are different around here, baby. You can't go play in the front yard.
But I mean, think about that. Think about that in a whole. Just those two areas that our kids are raised completely different.
You're not at home, baby. You gotta play in the back. Gotta play in the back. But I don't know, man. I think, going back to I just think I mean I was raised as we don't show feelings, you don't show emotions. Emotion means weakness. Anger means lack of self-control. It was basically figure that shit out. And in a nutshell, that's what it was. Figure it out. Be a man. Walk up straight. Hold your head up. Suppress your emotion.
Don't get in cars with Hunter.
I agree. I've seen him just get on the freeway, and I was like, he going a little too fast just to get on the freeway.
He was dipping shit. Like,
really?
I'm 5 minutes younger.
You're not wrong. Nigga, who gets a ticket getting off the freeway?
That's fair. Yeah.
Checkmate.
I can't argue with that.
Checkmate.
I can't argue with that.
Come on, how do you explain that?
Yeah, you're fast.
I was you. How
you usually take pride in this shit. Now you're trying to deny it. How you take pride in it? Then it's like, oh no, what the fuck y'all talking about? I ain't even that fast. It's like, oh, you've admitted to doing shit fast. Now you're like, I don't know.
Well, fast to me is like 130, 140. Anything in the 80s to 100, that's just cruising.
When you have a alert on your car to let you know when you're going past a certain speed, there's a hey, just to let you know you're hitting that fuck.
And that off at this point.
No, it keeps me sane, bro. I ain't turning that off.
Wow.
So the next subject or topic comes from Mo Lethal, and the topic is one broke habit you refuse to break.
Yes.
Gentlemen.
Like what's one thing you did when you weren't financially stable that helped you stay afloat that you just refuse to stop doing?
On to the 99-cent store or the Dollar Tree. I only say those two because the other two I think are drug friends. Family, that shit's a fucking drug friend.
It ain't a sleep mattress number. Any mattress place is a drug friend for sure. Mr. Wendell, do you have anything?
What do you mean, like that? You said to keep afloat, because
like just like one habit you had, like you know, when I was nigga, it was Top Ramen and
Oh,
Yeah.
because you
That's
gonna
why
still be
or it was
because
the 99-cent store.
I still
are
look at
are
look
are
for
you
the
paid
manager
just to?
special.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's me right there.
Still be looking.
Hold
I
on,
was
what'd
in
you say?
the manager
You know,
special. I was in Stater
Oh,
Brothers. I was in Stater Brothers on Friday. Like, what meat y'all got for the expire that I can
yeah.
cook today? On
And they
this,
be sitting there, people be looking at you like, why you
hey,
buying that? Like,
you
hey,
don't
I
understand.
picked up some ribs at grocery outlet.
Just don't like the outlet and grocery together. I just don't. It
have
just
you been
don't
The
in
sit
one?
meat
right.
though, the
Yeah,
I've
I've
meat
been
is
been in one, and
I've been in one. I
I'll be
just the
scratching.
title just don't sit right with me.
Maybe
You
it's
shouldn't get
the one I went to. I don't know.
No, I think it
you.
makes sense that the name is grocery outlet. Like when I go in, I'm like, oh, you guys don't have like produce. It's
right.
just,
And the meat is going to expire within the week. So it's more of you going to cook it or put it in the freezer
That meat
kind of stuff
expired
right away.
before it got there.
I
Maybe I
agree.
said maybe it's the grocery outlet I went to because I mean the 99-cent store looked nicer than the grocery outlet I went to. I was like, what the fuck
Hold
is
on, what
this?
city?
Like
What city?
I
What
scratched
city?
the one in French Valley.
Oh wow, wow.
I scratched my
Oh,
neck. I was like, what kind of low budget shit is?
Yeah, nah, it's bad. I
oh.
go to Winco all day before that. Winco got the deals.
I can't. I can't.
It's better than grocery outlet. We over here bashing these food.
Yeah, so yeah, that was mine, Kevin. Like I still look for a deal, no matter what.
Yeah.
I literally go to 99-cent store and stack up on all the snacks. I'm like, they don't know what the fuck these names are, so we just get all the snacks.
What's some more broke ass shit I do? Paper plates. I get
I only do that for big events though.
I
Tastes just as
don't.
good as the real Oreos. Okay.
That is a lie.
He said paper plates, bro. If
They
I
don't have
told you how we eat,
they don't have honeycombs. They have honey webs.
Yes, and they taste just as good.
I'm
I'll give
sorry.
you the
I'm
cereal,
sorry.
but
I
the
can never
Oreos
do.
do
I
not.
can never do. Thank you. I can never do knockoff Oreos.
It just
Oreos is
ain't
one of
the
those
thing.
things I cannot do.
Some
You
would
don't like?
debate that those taste better than Oreos.
Nah, they lie to themselves.
I can't.
They put them their minds.
I can't co-sign that at all. I can't co-sign that at all.
Yeah.
Like drinking Coke Zero. Like this tastes just like Coke. Like it doesn't. But that's what you gotta do, dummy.
Hunter, what was yours? What's your broke habit? You won't break?
I haven't.
Hunter ain't never been broke. He been out
Oh,
there robbing
he
fools his whole
right.
life.
Yeah, I really can't think of nothing that I still don't do 20 years ago. No,
Damn.
I mean flat out. My
I feel
broke
like you
habits are
ain't.
still broke.
Y'all do a
You ain't
blindfolded taste test. I guarantee you couldn't taste the difference. And
we're gonna
keep
do
going.
that.
All right, we'll do
That's
that then.
content.
We'll
What?
do that.
Of
Content.
Oreos?
Yeah.
Content.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll do
that's
that.
done.
Let's do that.
Easy.
As many Oreos I've eaten in my life, I can tell you a real one and a fake one. I can tell you
Let's do that.
double stuff, regular stuff. I can tell you if it's the red vanilla or the lemon, or if it's the peanut butter
Well,
one. I can tell
yeah.
you all
We
that.
should be able
Well,
to
it was
tell
that.
that unless you
We
have
heard it.
COVID, nigga. Like, what are you
I know
talking?
why now I know why they think this is the Heavyweight Podcast for different reasons.
No, we all
All right, go.
losing.
The heavyweight.
Yeah, but they like to assume. Anyway, yeah, keep.
No, I
nerdy.
mean, I'm trying like that's it. Pretty much, it's just I'm always looking for shit on sale. And I'm looking for even though I'm like I could pay full price, but I'm like nah. Like I've walked away from shit. I'm like nah, I'll wait till it's on sale.
But that's just being more conscious. I wouldn't call it a broke habit.
That's a broke habit, nigga. I mean, I'm talking about 40% off.
Oh, like free almost half price.
Hey, give me that bread.
Damn.
Give me that bread. It's gonna be hard next Tuesday. I gotta go through it in one weekend. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that shit. Yeah.
I still do Doctor Up Top. Well, I haven't eaten Top Ramen in a while, but Top Ramen, yeah, it still would get doctored up if I was tearing it up.
Oh,
No, you can't.
I can't
can't.
now.
You can't with Top Ramen? I can't do
I
it.
can't do any of that shit. I can't do any of that shit.
What?
All the starch.
Oh no, I'm saying because I don't eat that shit now, but I'm just saying this was happening.
If push come to shove, I'm beans and rice it for a month. If that's the only thing I got to eat, beans and rice. I'd live. This nigga.
But you always get them nasty ass ones.
That's the
What's
creamy
wrong with
chicken.
you?
That's the best one,
Yeah,
bro.
that's like you must what you. That's black serial killer right there.
Next
Cause
topic, man. Next topic.
he got the creamy ones.
Hey, them shits is like $1.10 a pack now. Them shits expensive.
Yeah, they
That ain't nothing cheap.
Next
Wow,
topic
just-
comes from Kevin. Do you ever get burnt out with the family routine? What are some of your favorite ways to break that routine? Same question applies to relationships and spouses as well.
Yeah, like I think y'all know what I mean. Just the routine of what we normally do. Get up, do this, or we go somewhere. It's this dinner or something like that. I do like the arcade as a good break, or
like you
the
take your family?
little yeah. Not just myself. Like to break that normalcy that we have going on, where it's just that routine. I mean, like not for just myself. The burnout where you're like, I get burnt out where I'm like, damn, we're doing the same thing. So arcades are just random little driving trips are fun. Take it with
Where's
me
your
to
closest
do
arcade?
the closest. Actually, Calamasa, like 7 miles. But not.
Yeah,
It's not like no Dave and Buster's or nothing. No Dave and Buster's, not like that. There's
I don't think I see an arcade lately.
they're popping up. They're back out. Homie, he has one.
You just a job.
San Bernardino. I feel like that's but John's Incredible. We get packed.
And that's not really an arcade though. They try to make it like some.
Oh, they ain't got old school.
knockout
They ain't got
park.
the old school arcades like we had when you go in there and it was nothing but machines and just games. They ain't got that no more.
They're back. They're coming back. They are. Like it's made a comeback. They got pinball arcades and everything now. It's pretty cool.
Was I the only nigga that thought when you were in your adolescence going in an arcade, and if you saw that one female you liked, and you're like, "Man, I'm about to impress this bitch in this Dance Dance Revolution," and no, just me.
I wasn't.
They were never impressed.
That's
for me. That was skating rings.
Oh my god!
Skating
I saw
rings?
an instant afro.
And this is before rollerblades existed too, huh?
Yes.
You the high socks, the shorts.
No,
Could you put one leg up front and like bend it down and
did the splits?
Yeah.
Nah, couldn't do no splits. But yeah, like I said, mine was roller skating for that right there back then. You know, I'm old. There ain't no denying
That's cool.
that
I think I like that. I might throw that into the
There's a roller
monotony breaker.
There's a roller rink in Grand
Marietta.
Terrace and one in Riverside too.
Oh yeah, skate. That one's still there. That one's been there forever.
I think there's one in Redlands too. But to answer the question, I get burnt out from the routine because it seems like, especially now that she's in school and she has all these extracurricular activities, it's like, the week is pretty much planned.
Yeah,
it plans itself. Like we know these days these things are getting done, and it gets very routine. So every now and again we try to switch it up. We'll do little things like go places, go drive down somewhere to eat, maybe take her to a park or some shit like that. But I think everyone gets burned out from routine after a while. Like you just need to kind of like do something and then let me reset back to the grind type deal.
Yeah. Me, I tend to have a lot of hobbies for my personal self. That keeps me away and keeps me distracted and helps me step away at times. And together, me and my wife, we do archery together. That's how we break up our routine. We'll get into that grind and then we'll go out and do archery for a couple hours.
Are you gonna stand there with the apple on your head and let her shoot the apple?
No.
Do you think that could become routine? Do you worry about that ever?
No, I don't believe that's going to become routine. I mean, even if it did, is it really that bad about being routine? You actually did have something
with your wife?
Yeah,
no, I'm not saying that.
You ever accidentally killed anything yet?
With my arrow,
random
no.
bird.
No.
Accidentally?
I ain't
Not with
wasting
that-
my arrows on no bird.
Not with
bruh.
that creamy, not the creamy rub. That shit was on purpose.
They over there training for the apocalypse. In case they ain't got no ammo, they arrows are easy to make. You custom wooden down shapes from arrows, so they training.
Would I be wrong for saying we actually have survival gear for that kind of a scenario?
No, I mean,
Love
do
me,
you?
not a
Do you?
surprise. It's okay.
Yeah.
Do your
Do
thing.
you? Do you?
Yeah. No, you never know. It's nothing major. Our earthquake can knock out all the power. Something can knock out all the water. The minor stuff. In the days, nah,
It ain't
bro.
gonna take much to knock out the water.
Not no more.
Strong wind.
But yeah, we'll try to do things and break up the monotony. My wife doesn't like to go driving for long distance. I don't know why.
Because you're doing
With
130,
you?
nigga. That's why.
That's pretty funny.
With you? Shit.
It's funny because I just said the other day I want to go shooting again. I think we should go shooting again.
Yeah.
Pretty.
I would like to
Yeah,
go. We haven't been.
Bang bang.
Yeah, take the wife out. I told her we'll go shoot this week. No, I'm gonna go with just her.
Okay. I mean, my wife likes to shoot. She would be like, "Listen, I want to go," but women just.
No. This will be a me and her thing. She ain't never shot, so I ain't taking her to like a
Oh, you didn't.
spot where we're shooting a whole bunch of shit, and we're gonna shoot this shotgun. Let you learn how to use it.
This mother. But I
What you
believe in
got,
trying to
Scotty?
have.
Hold on. If she get video, because I know she gonna fuck her shoulder up. That video.
I'll prep her.
McFly, do you get burnt out?
I'm always burnt out. So what I normally do is I give myself a stranger. So I switch hands, and then
What's going?
oh, my bad. Oh, we're not talking about. I usually community things like my sister will be like randomly hit us up and be like, "Oh, can I take the kids to do this?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, sure." And then that opens up the doors for us to go do something outside of the routine. So like last weekend, she took them to the carnival, or not carnival, circus. So when she took it to the circus, that opened us to go do something out of the norm. And it's like I'm never opposed to that because it gives them something different to try with their cousin as opposed to always being with mom and dad. So usually I'm always open for the can we get the kids and do it? Yeah, sure. Yeah, take the kids and then that, like I said, it just opens up the door for us to go do other things. And then that is, I like the occasional just randomly driving to San Diego. Old town San Diego was fun, and it's a break for us to kind of just go around. You don't have to pay for anything other than gas. And you just randomly roam around Old Town San Diego and look at all the shit. And it's interesting because it's kind of makes you not think about technology and shit like that because you're kind of in the moment of looking at how things used to be.
That's true.
Old Town San Diego. That brings back some memories.
We're trying to be in
Anyways.
we're trying to be in a good space.
If you drive in a car long enough with Hunter, it won't be memories, it'll be current day. So anyway.
Yeah, but I do think it's important though. You got to switch it up sometimes because routine can kind of get you locked into a certain like headspace.
Yeah. Like I've been wanting to take away for a couple of days because we haven't been out of this house for no extended period for years now.
Like, do you mean in the state or out of the state?
Doesn't in the state. Just even semi-local, just something within a few hours or something, and just stay away a couple of days.
You live in California. In 6 hours, you can be in a completely different climate.
I was gonna say, you're right. You can go to Grand Canyon too. It's same distance.
So I've been trying to do more things like that because me and my wife, we're really falling into a routine of we just grind all week, and then the weekend comes, it's just relax and get prepared to grind again. So you got to have things. I totally believe in breaking up that monotony.
Yeah, I be feeling like I wish it was school, man. Like, where the fuck is my summer break? Like,
right? I miss nap time. We should get working.
Vacations ain't even vacations now. Like if you think about it,
It's
like
just
we
not
go
going to
out,
work.
yeah, it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
You still like on edge, like gotta do this.
Then for us, sometimes you go to work.
All right. I feel like vacations as an adult is just I finally got time to do all the shit I can't do while I'm working. So you got a checklist of things you trying to get done before you got to go back to work the next week. That's how most of my vacations go.
Yeah.
Let me get this, and this done before I ain't got time to do it.
How do you say it? Welcome to adulthood?
Yeah, it's just for the. I wouldn't advise. It's just for the birds. 0 out of 10.
No, there it is. No,
So.
Be nice.
Don't think that that's literally the worst advice anyone's given on this show. I wouldn't advise you getting.
I wouldn't advise
Get
it.
old.
No, I wouldn't advise it. It's for the birds.
So we're gonna switch it up and go into this Reddit story. Mo Lethal found it. Let's see how it goes. Says 20 female can't deal with my boyfriend's 21 male depression much longer. We have been together for 9 months. I have anxiety and he has depression, but it's always been manageable. However, in the last month, my boyfriend was supposed to graduate college but failed a course, so he has to take one more this semester. He's been applying for jobs but has yet to get one and is currently working minimum wage. He has a lot going on, and I understand that. However, this has put a huge toll on our relationship. It's completely different. He isn't the same person. There's no affection or intimacy at all. My mental health is decreasing and drastically. I have communicated that this is really hard on me, but I have tried to be as supportive as I can. I am anxious to the point where I have blisters and cold sores all over my lips, and I don't feel like doing anything.
Oh, stress.
Yeah. He says he's trying to be more affectionate with me, but I feel like you shouldn't have to try to love your girlfriend. I've been sitting around for weeks being supportive and getting nothing in return, and nothing is changing. I just don't know what to do.
This is an easy answer.
Come on,
man. Break up with him and move on with your life?
I mean, can I tell a little secret?
9 months.
I'll tell you a secret. Once we got to the 9 months on that one, I stopped reading. I was like, oh, y'all tripping. Break up.
Break up.
This is over.
Just break up. It's 9 months. It ain't 9 years. Break up.
Then,
that's full term.
Yeah. Hearing the rest of that, though, where she's like, oh, he ain't even talking to me to touch me. I was like, oh, he broke up with you already. It's coming.
Hey, he can't afford the rent by himself, so.
Oh, it's coming.
Man, this lady, she won't really advise y'all here making fun of her situation.
We gave her real advice. Break up and move on with your life.
Being honest.
What if you don't want to start over?
It's 9 months.
She 20.
20.
She 20.
Her starting over can just be walking out the door and finding somebody else.
But what if she need his half of the rent?
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying. If you're trapped in a relationship, you're trapped in it. But you know what? You brought up a good point, though, Mo. That's why you should always keep your doors open for your kids. Because if they can't afford the rent, and you say no, they can come home and try to bounce and start back over again.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not open.
She might be.
I mean, the key might be under the mat, but it ain't open.
Because she might not be able to go home. You're right. Yeah, that is a good perspective. She might not be able to go back home right now because of, she can't.
It's not like they're both in college. It's not like they're both in college.
Yeah.
And trying to live on their own too. But yeah, for the most part, break up and move on.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of searching.
I don't.
She don't sound sure in the relationship, if you ask me. And he sound like he already moved on, if you ask.
Hey, you know what I don't get? Why is this younger generation all involved in just trying to make couples and relationships long term with?
Because it goes back to the first conversation we had earlier in this podcast. They're more open and affectionate now, so now they want to create those.
They do move faster.
Bonds. Yeah,
right. They do move faster now than what we did.
And there's the flip side to that, not being tough and being so emotional. It's so quick to try to connect, as opposed to before it was kind of like, now it's like, hey, love is love, and like it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can access somebody 24/7 now.
Yeah, especially with social media, you can access them all day.
Why is she worried about him having a part-time job in college? Like, that's wild to me. Like, that lets me know where she lies in this relationship. She needs to.
I didn't even
So,
think
well, you got a part-time job, and you're like, he's in college. Like, God, what is?
Right. Break up.
I mean, also when you think about it too, like he failed the class last semester, so you got to take it over before you can graduate. So maybe that's why he's not getting those jobs, because he don't have that degree, technically not in hand.
Yeah.
So.
At all. Yeah, she's tripping. Sorry, lady.
Supposed to
I didn't mean
graduate,
to say that.
but fail the course. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on.
He's stressed. Like her. If she's so stressed to have blisters on your hand,
right,
you need to leave that.
That's my thing. You know.
Is it possible that she's just being over emotional for what it is?
It's possible.
Could be
It's
too.
very possible.
Like we always say, there's levels to this shit.
Yeah, could she just be like kind of way too high strung on something that's, like you guys have pointed out, they're just in college, and she's making it way more like it's a life altering thing, where it's like, hey, take it easy. You're only 21 and 20. You got a lot of life to figure out. Like, you slow the fuck down. Go drive in a car with Hunter for a little bit. You'll be.
Man, that gets you back to that shit. That'll wake you up.
That'll just make you reevaluate your life.
He's slowly admitting to it.
They might get married. I'm not gonna ride with him ever. I was thinking about taking that plunge for my 40th birthday.
Don't do it.
I gotta do something drastic for my 40th birthday.
Oh, my sisters turned 40 and 32 today. Happy birthday to my sisters.
Happy birthday. Happy
40.
Be happy.
That was a long time ago.
They were born on the same day. And I tell my younger sister she fucked up the party, because I remember we were in Chuck E. Cheese having a good time, and then my mom went into labor and she fucked up. I said, you fucked up the party, and you owe me. You owe me my token.
Chuck E. Cheese from 40 years ago.
She gonna throw a grocery bag. Oh, you know what? Time out. I got to go back.
I think about Chuck E. Cheese now. I think about how unsanitary that shit was.
Oh man,
especially
the ball
pit.
Yeah, the ball pit.
Risking our life.
Imagine
this is where you got me. Oh no, COVID. Yeah, that shit would have been shut down.
That's probably where it sparked from.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh no.
The way you thought all the bacteria in that motherfucking ball pit, the random diapers, and
that might have made us stronger. Cause like, think about all them foam parties and stuff people was going to too. Like, that shit was wild. That's just traveling in moisture in their mouths and shit.
Hold on, foam parties are for adults, not kids, though.
I know. I'm just saying that's how wild we were in the late 90s.
And the kids were walking bacteria pits themselves.
Yeah, and their parents were too. Just came back from this foam party. You're like,
it was.
Oh yeah, bro. You know how many raves I've been to and things I got. Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Fucking sharing balloons for whippets and shit. Like,
I have no idea. I don't know what they're talking about. This is I'm out of the loop in this.
Hey, but this made me think of some broke shit. I'm sorry. I gotta go back. It's keeping the damn grocery bags from the grocery store.
I don't think that's broke.
Nah.
I mean, that carries across every culture.
Here's the thing now, the motherfuckers $10 a piece. I mean 10 cents a piece. So I'm keeping them.
Hey, they're a lot better quality too now, though. So it is nice about it.
What's amazing, if we're on the subject, I realized the quality in the Target bags over Walmart bags, and etc. Like, there's certain stores that are way better quality than the other stores, and you're like, you're paying the same. But I was like, I take heed of those Target bags.
Yeah,
I
because you
also
might pay
realized
10
that
cents, but they're reusable.
Home
You can actually
Yeah.
really reuse them.
Home Depot don't charge you for a bag, but Lowe's do.
Hey, but Home Depot's bags will rip on you before you leave the checkout stand.
It's still
This
free.
is true.
I don't know how we got here, but it's free. So
Yeah, that's my fault.
We
Some
live.
detours sometimes, you know.
We
Yeah,
live
but
in
you know what?
inflation.
At the Reddit, leave him. Move on with your life. Enjoy
yeah,
your 20s, girl.
angry. Next topic.
Yeah.
Nah,
He's angry.
hey,
He's angry.
little- hey, girl.
He's
Do
angry.
you, boo boo?
He gave me no blisters.
Anyway, the next topic comes from Hunter, and it says the "you can't date my friend" code.
Oh,
shit.
It don't exist. Let me just say it. What the fuck you talking about? You know how many people married to your next girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, they say it. They say it.
Again, I say it depends on like because it's you. I think it depends on like you talking about like you can't date my ex like culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't date
Is
my
that
ex.
what you mean? I think it depends on the length of relationship. Like if you was with somebody for a year, I think it's out of pocket for your homie to come in and say I'm dating so and so now.
So anything less than a year would be okay?
No, it depends on the circumstance.
No.
You say year, I say the actual relationship in itself. Like, so like if they actually were close or they actually shared some sort of like deep connection type shit, as opposed to if it was just a relationship where it was just kind of like they were just fucking and that's it, and they kind of really didn't have a close connection. I don't think that really goes into the whole like, well, yeah, they clearly had a bond. It was more, but if it's more of they had an emotional or some deep connection, I can see that like being a problem, regardless of it was 6 months or 6 years.
But I mean, to me, that's so messed up because you're denying love out there, or at least a
I ain't
chance to
denying
find
shit.
love.
I'm just you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. There's always consequences.
Exactly.
I just think a real friend wouldn't go after your lady.
I
But you're not
believe it
together
has
no
to-
more.
Okay, yeah,
It
excellent.
has to do with more with the time that the friend goes after, or however that comes about. I think it
time in
has to
between?
do with
The time
more
in between?
between when they ended up being together. Yeah, like if it's like right away, I'm like, I ain't walk together. But if it's like something where it's like, oh, I just bumped into so and so, and then start dating and stuff like that, it's like I get that. Like that type of stuff happens where it's just like, oh, we just chopped it up and then realized it was something more than, I think it has to do with that because that happens even with people who've been together for long and have deep connections. But
I can see that.
Right.
I don't know.
I wasn't
It
talking
makes
about day one. Like you broke up on Monday and your friend after your girl on Tuesday. No,
That
like I
happens
said,
too.
I
Yeah,
know
that does happen.
happen. Those
that
do
didn't
happen.
happen. They was together before y'all broke up.
See, that's the thing about it. It ain't like you were
Just
walking
said
around
no.
and
Probably
bumping each
paid
other
for
at
a
the
couple
mall.
dates too.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't know why that is though. Most people are like, you can't date my friends. It's like, okay, but we're over with. Move
I think
on with your life and I'll move on with my life.
psychologically, I think sometimes it plays into like, did you want to fuck them while you were with me?
Yeah, right. So while we were together, were you thinking about this?
Were you thinking about, if I were single again, I would? And it's like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, I think that matters
It's
too.
all
Yeah,
those relationships are like it depends. Yeah, those relationships have to be solid to be able to pull that shit off. Like it can happen. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. But a lot of that I think is ego too. It's like I don't want to see like, well, am I hitting better? Blah blah blah. Like
yeah, because you don't want to have them conversations where you guys go, man, did she did that thing with you that she does with? Yeah, it's weird, right? Like, no, you don't want to.
And my response was like,
randomly.
yeah, she did. And I taught her some new things.
Or if she's messy and she's at the damn Thanksgiving dinner table talking about he's bigger than you, and you're like,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Thanksgiving dinner table. Damn, they.
yeah, you talking
And,
like
but you know
how
what?
desperate? What is it? There's Real Housewives of Atlanta messy.
No.
He
But
talking
you brought up
messy.
something though. If a woman did say that, you might as well just end the relationship right then and there. You know, if she said, "Hey,
Yeah.
it's
The
just like,
damage
oh,
is done
okay,
at that point.
right." That's it. You might as well just end the relationship right then and there because that means you didn't move on either. She didn't move on. I'm saying she didn't really move on. You know, so you have to move on from it. So I get it. It doesn't always work, but I don't know why it's just so. It's right off the bat. Like, oh no, you can't date friends. You can't do this. It's like, why? You know, I know there's
I mean,
time involved. I know this thing, but why put them on an off limit list?
there's levels to that. I mean, you don't want the
Right.
guy that they used to call Uncle So and So to now be stepdad.
No.
Remember, you used to call him
Yeah, I
Uncle
mean
So and So,
that
but
all
now
has
you
to
just
do
stepdad.
with
Man, stepdad.
yeah, that's a different situation too with kids because that gets tricky. Like you said, yeah, hell yeah, that gets tricky.
Yeah. Me, I look
Well,
at
we
it
love
like
each other now.
it's love, bro. Love is a hard thing to find in this world, and if two people can find it, even though it might have been an ex of yours, why deny them of that advantage? You know?
Only thing is, the only
Yeah, have
problem
you?
I have with that as a counter is I get it's hard to find real love, but people keep looking for love everywhere.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, oh my god, they'll be lustful or attracted to someone, say I think this is love, and then dive into something, and then it's like you're making all these mistakes, and now other people are suffering from your. We think we may want to try this shit, and then you're like, well, okay, so like you said, you bump into them at a random market, and all of a sudden you guys chop it up. But is it really based on love? Like you guys actually have that connection, or was it I'm lonely, you're lonely,
Yeah.
we meet each other this time, let's go ahead and try this out, fuck what everybody else has to say, and then it fucks up everything else.
But I mean, that's their life. The only way it's gonna fuck up anything else if that person lets it fuck it up. You know? Because if those two people, if you're mad at your friend for dating your ex, or you're mad at your ex for dating your friend, then either you didn't let it go or you just don't want to let it go. But I mean, your ex,
Oh, I see where you're
move
coming
on.
from.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
move on. Life is short. Why care? You know?
Uh, Cause I have to side with Maul on that statement because I'm gonna start thinking, well, nigga, wouldn't your my mag mentality be if you're my boy, now you're off limits?
Yeah.
That depends to me. Like I said, all on the time and the way it happened. Like
All right,
I get it.
Yeah.
keep the energy, nigga.
Oh, I keep that energy.
Keep
I've been keeping that.
Who are you talking to? None of us are gonna be in that scenario.
I have been in that scenario many, many times on both sides, and I do not care.
You different.
You've been on both sides.
You are abnormal. You are the
So
exception to the rule.
Okay,
Nigga,
let me ask you this.
You are always the outlier on the graph. I don't know why you think that your reality is normal. There is
It's my
nothing normal about your existence.
But thanks for that.
How long did you wait to date your homie's ex?
There's been days, there's been weeks in there. It's
This
been a
nigga
few
said-
Oh,
times.
so this is several. This is several times.
Yeah.
So you do this.
He said
He's
days.
done this often. He said,
Habit.
days.
There's a habit created here. There's a something that constantly keeps happening.
"Yeah, if you said days, that's where you're supposed to get boo-bopped."
But when I say that, when I say days, it wasn't like um it was more of a we've been together for X amount of time. It wasn't no long term. It was like, hey, they were together for a few months or 6 months and they didn't get
Hey, my
together.
man, you over here trying to clean it up. You still said days. Like,
No, I'm talking about them. Once you through, it's like, hey,
they were
like,
dating for days?
no, they were together for months or whatever.
And you just waited days. Yeah, you still foul for that.
You can be through. That don't mean they ain't bringing old baggage with them.
No.
Yeah, that was still foul.
That
Now, if they dated for days, I'm like, that's just, you know what they call them.
I've dated girls for a while and we split up and I've had friends go, hey, you mind? I'm like, dude, go for it, bro. We're not even together no more.
21 years this year, and I'm not going nowhere because I'm not about that life.
They just approach you like that? How long after? Like, what?
It's probably been, I think we're so ingrained into our culture too that even guys that want to take
Oh
time because
no, yeah.
they don't want to
Well,
come off the wrong boat.
you was in like that passing the girl around club. I got you.
That ain't
I've
dating.
seen those. I've seen those
I-
circles where you're like,
Those
oh,
are
they
dating.
dating now. Like, wasn't she just dating so and
I
so
feel
last
like
week?
I come from like a background of believing I would rather keep my relationship separate from my friendships. So like if I don't want to ever have the conversation of like, yeah, we've dated the same. I don't like that. Like I would rather you not know anything about the chicks I'm with in any capacity. Because I think those are separate realms. Because I've been in a situation where I've had the girl that I was talking to or whatever be around guys and be like, ain't that so and so? I don't like that feeling. Like I don't want you to know anything about her as like that I wouldn't know. Like I would rather me just know that and you keep the fuck over there. Like
Hey, bro,
we should never be able to share that. Like we should never have to share that. Oh yeah, you know that one. Nah, I don't like that shit. Like
I just think that's when people get into that. That's an immature, off base type of conversation. I feel like you should be able to date like people that you friends have dated, but if you're a mature level, you should still be able to be like you said, keep it separate.
What did Stacy say? Man, nigga used to love them motherfucking dances. For a reason.
like I said, I keep that shit separate. I don't want you guys knowing anything about this, like personally.
Oh yeah, that's a
But I mean,
mature
if you
thing.
go
I
out
think.
together with your friends, it's you kind of intertwine at times. But I get what you're saying. Keep majority of your relationship in the dark with your friends.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
But
That being said, this has been episode 81 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys. State your name one more time.
Did it crack? Cracks and crunches. Captain cracks and crunches. Nick Kevin Wendell. Ellis. True.
We all kind of roll our eyes a little bit.
It's your boy Molito.
And they call me Hunter.
All right, the next time, appreciate y'all.
And rock with the new shit. New logo and everything.
All that shit.
Oh, brother.
Evolution, nigga. Evolution.
Peace. We out.
It's a wrap. That's all she wrote, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. You can check us out on all streaming platforms. Click like, subscribe, leave some comments, you know what I'm saying? Is it Monday yet? Hello. Every Monday you got new episodes, so tune in. Have a blessed one.